right, bro. So I mean, like the shit's still weird out here. Like people still wearing masks in grocery stores. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Nothing's open, and I'm starting to get really bored. And what is there to do? Nothing to do. Like
there's only so many trails you can visit.
And I used to do that
like
shit.
So
anyway,
much you can do, and then it started running out of shit.
And I mean, I don't know. I'm not big on trail walking. I like civilization. I like clubs and events. I like fight parties and movies. I need a Marvel movie in my life. What the fuck?
Yeah, right.
And I promise you, Marvel's not giving me. Disney is not sending me a dime, and they never will. But I will plug their movies because I mean, it's like an event. It's not even a movie. It's an event. Once a year, you get this cinematic event. And
they do good work with that shit, man. They do knock that shit out the park every time.
Every time, man. What have you been up to, man? I mean, you talking about? I know you was walking around a fire pit a couple weeks ago. You've been doing nature walks and shit.
I've been just doing like little shit around the house, man. Like every little project. Like if I see something that needs to be fixed that I keep saying I'm going to fix for the last 6 months, I actually go and fix it now. I just been doing whatever to just keep my mom busy because I mean there's really not much to do. We've kind of slowed down at work a little bit, so it's just, man, I just try to keep myself busy. But like you said, there's nothing to do. I mean, go for walks, shit like that. But I'm bored with that shit.
All right, well, I guess we can't keep these people waiting in because we don't want to bore them either. So you get this shit started, my Bree.
Go ahead,
bro. All right, fuck it, let's run this shit.
All right, babe.
Live from Low Level Studio, it's the ChildsPlay Podcast.
Featuring DJ Chop.
First time I seen you, I'm like, oh, that's the motherfucker right there.
Lucho speaks.
Out of my damn house.
I say bounce that shit
It's your guy, DJ Child, and my A1 from day one.
If I saw everybody, it's Lucho Speaks.
And we back on that DMV shit.
But only in the DMV.
Right.
We talking sports, news,
Where were you?
movies.
I've been watching
That's a lot.
You don't want to hear that stuffy ass perspective. We're gonna give you that real, street shit.
Motherfuckers are wearing adult diapers out there so they can piss and shit on themselves.
Whatever. We like a man cave in your pocket.
Strip club at
From orange line to red line, no filter, no fuck shit. It's the ChildsPlay Podcast.
Yeah. It's your boy, DJ Child. Hey, you already know what time it is. We are back with another installment of the ChildsPlay Podcast. And as I already said, it's your guy, DJ Child. And I shall not get this show started before I introduce you to my homeboy, my right-hand man, my ace, the illustrious, the equestrious, the awesome sauceumest.
Lucho Speaks up in the house. What's up, y'all?
We busting shots in the air, y'all, because it's the ChildsPlay Podcast, man. We out here, man. We don't know what to do. We don't know what to do with our life. We don't know what to do.
We keep faking on getting that damn thing, the noise thing.
I know. We need some fucking sound effects.
But I like the little sound effects you going with it.
Real talk, I ain't gonna hold you. I went and I started looking for some sound effect machines, and I was like, God damn, them shits is a little bit pricey.
Oh, really?
A little bit more than I expected. So please send in some donations to the ChildsPlay Podcast so we can get some sound effects jumping off in here. But there will be some coming up soon.
Good shit.
I actually have some sponsorship drops that I'm working on. So,
nice. People,
please understand. Our views are still very consistent. They're growing every week, and I mean, the sky's the limit from here. So, if you want to get your brand out there, if you're an artist, if you sing, if you rap, if you paint, if you grow weed, if you have your own construction company, you do concrete, you do drywall, I don't know, whatever. You might do, you're a florist. Whatever. Maybe you clean houses. Whatever your hustle is, let us know, because we know people that need things done for them. They don't got enough time to do all the shit for them. So if you provide a service, let us know. We'll put you out there for our people. Just hit me up. There's more information on that coming up real soon, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that, man. Meanwhile, we're stuck in the middle of this motherfucking quarantine. What the hell, man? Like, what's going on? Like, I've been going back listening to I don't either. I've been going back listening to past episodes of the podcast, and I feel like my energy was different because in the beginning, it almost seemed like this wasn't going to last very long. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I had a 2 or 3 week vibe. But here we are in week, 6 or 7 of this shit, and it's like, what?
Yeah, and they talking about reopening, but I think it's going to be very slow. It's going to be very slow, which I think should probably be the best option is to take their time.
Well, America's not really known for doing the best option. I seen something on Twitter where they said that's so American of you all to be going outside during your quarantine because you're bored. Yeah. But it is, that's the American way. I mean, we have a lot of shit to do here, man. There's shit that we're used to and accustomed to doing. I even noticed yesterday, I was downtown. I actually was downtown. I was uptown for a while, and I was I went way out Capitol Heights, out that area, Upper Marlboro area. Yeah. Bro, there was a little bit of traffic on the road, man. Like, people were starting to be back out. Not a lot, but more than there's been. You dig what I'm saying? Like, people starting to be back out again.
Yeah, I had to go to Baltimore, man. And I got to tell you what, man. There was traffic all over the fucking place, man.
Oh, okay. Yes, you've seen it.
A lot of speeders, too, man. Normally, I'm the one speeding, but damn, motherfuckers was flying by me like I was standing still.
It's the Autobahn out this bitch now because there's no way for them to. They're stuck. I mean, if you're a police officer, do you want to be in somebody's window? They might got the Rona. Number 2, the court's not even open. So how you going? When's your court date going to be if you get pulled over? So I mean,
I don't know, but I know that they're actually this weekend they were supposed to be cracking down heavy on that because there's been so many accidents because of all the speeding. Also,
okay. That's funny. Continue.
They said just last weekend, and I kind of heard this word of mouth, so I don't know how true it is, but just last weekend, Virginia State Police on the 95 corridor in Northern Virginia, I guess from like Fredericksburg all the way up into D.C., they ticketed over 30 people doing over 100 miles per hour in just a course of 1 week.
Yeah, man.
So that tells you that's a lot.
Shit had got crazy. I noticed it because I'm going back and forth through the city, and I'm not really a fast driver normally. I'm usually the one in the middle lane, taking it easy. But even when I'm doing a smooth 70, 75, people was floating past me, and this is on 66. Usually on 66, you don't play around because you will get fucked over on 66. Yeah. Yo, there was no speed traps anywhere to be seen. So I mean, it is what it is. I did notice in the last 3 or 4 days, I have seen troopers out there, and they've been back in their normal position. I did see someone actually get physically pulled over while I was driving. So
yesterday there was cops everywhere. It didn't matter where I was. There was speed traps everywhere yesterday. It was crazy as shit, man. So I mean, I know. And they said they were going to keep that through the weekend. So, if you're out there driving to do the speed limit or get a ticket, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, get a ticket. Have your money ready. Everyone's got plenty of money because no one's been spending money on anything. Did you see the flyover last weekend? I know we talked about it on the last podcast. Did you get a chance to go out and check out the flyover?
Yeah, man. There's like a little park like right in my neighborhood. We walked up there, and you could completely see all the planes and everything. It was cool.
Yeah, I definitely got to see them myself, too. I went out and jumped on the top of my truck and watched them. It was the Thunderbirds and the Blue Angels. It was 2 squadrons of 6. And then they had another plane flying behind them. I'm guessing that plane was the plane that wanted all the smoke, just in case there was smoke. Because the Blue Angels, they doing all them tricks and shit. They probably don't got nothing, they don't got nothing major on them. But that one behind them looked like that one didn't play that didn't do no spins or no loops.
Yeah.
That shit sent her ass straight to Satan.
Yeah, exactly. The only surprising thing, I mean, I guess it's not surprising, but it was really quick. It was like all of like 10 seconds or 15 seconds or something.
I'm about to say, you got 10 seconds? It was like 8. Them motherfuckers was moving, bro.
Yeah, they was moving. I mean, literally, it was like 10 seconds or something, 15. It might, because, where I was, there was more. You could kind of see him coming from kind of in the distance. So it took a little bit longer, but it was fast. That shit was good done. Yeah, that was cool, though.
Oh, well, shout out to all the people on the front lines. I even saw a sign on the highway. Shout out to the grocery store workers because they're on the front lines too. The grocery stores is a place where everyone's still going. So, America's talking about opening back up. Our administration is putting out there that it's time for us to open back up. I heard some things from the Associated Press this morning actually saying that the president has confided in some people and expressed that he doesn't wear a mask because he doesn't want to send the wrong message. And also, he doesn't want people to think he's focused more on health and not as much on opening back up the economy or rebuilding the economy. And I feel like that statement in and of itself is the wrong message that we should be sending to people. But America is about to open back up in the next maybe week or two. It's mid-May or so right now. It's early May, so I'm guessing late May.
I know some states kind of already are. I mean, I think South Carolina is pretty much, you know, my daughter was saying, I'm going to the mall with my friends and stuff like that. So, yeah, man. So I think some states are moving in that direction already. Yeah, like I know South Carolina's opened up theaters, malls, and all that shit back up.
Are you serious?
I'm sure there's a few. I'm sure there's a few other states that are doing that also.
Wow, it's amazing depending on where you live, what dynamic you're experiencing right now, because I'm not even used to shaking people's hands again. I seen you last week.
Yeah.
I didn't even dap you up when I seen you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even comfortable giving people contact that you've seen. I seen my parents. I seen my mom early last week. I didn't even hug her.
Yeah.
You know, it's like shit's just different, bro. Like it's everyone's just doing things differently, but the country's starting to open back up. So I just hope whatever happens is the best thing. I also know that while President Trump isn't exactly the shining example of leadership that we all wanted to see, there's a lot of people on the other side that they're so concerned with trying to shade at Trump that they're gaslighting, and they may be putting more steam on the disease than is necessary. You dig what I'm saying? They may be making people more scared than they need to be. I'm assuming that's what's happening, because if states are opening back up and people are still dying, somebody has to. That just doesn't compute. That doesn't register. Like, you dig what I'm saying? Like, someone has to know something to make this okay.
I think some of the southern states that haven't been affected that tough by it, I think that's why I don't think South Carolina really got hit that hard.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a few states that, you know, really didn't get hit as hard as like New York or fucking Cali or even out here in DC. And
right.
So, but I mean, like I said, Virginia's been talking about reopening slowly, and I know the mayor of DC, she's not cool with that. She's like, I'm not sure why Virginia is doing that right now. The cases in DC are actually going up. So they're a little worried, like, well, if you open Virginia back up, you know, you're right next to us. I mean, you're kind of, you know, so she's not really happy with that. So I'm not sure how they're going to go about it. And I don't know if they're able to maybe open up the southern part of Virginia, maybe like Richmond, Norfolk area, and maybe still keep Northern Virginia closed. I'm not sure how they're going to do it. So
yet another reason why Northern Virginia, DC, and Prince George's and Montgomery County should be an independent state.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. They really should.
They really should. But I mean, since they're not, that raises a great point, because DC is adding more restrictions. You can't even go in a store. I said this in the last episode. You can't even go in a store without wearing a mask.
Costco doing that nationwide too.
Giant. I was in Giant Virginia this week, and they have a sign on the door where they're recommending that you wear a mask. So I am just going to wait and see what happens. As a DJ, when I start getting gigs, I got to get back out there and go ahead and secure those bags.
Yeah.
I will be wearing a mask. I will be traveling with Lysol and all kinds of disinfectants and everything, and I will not be contacting people. I don't even know when I'm going to get back to normal. Until the numbers start going down, I'm not going to really get back to normal. I think I'm just going to...
Hey, by the way, man, I don't know if you need any, but Harris Teeter got they got the motherfucking hand sanitizer. The hand sanitizer. They got them at the registers. I don't know if you need one. They're selling them to one per person, and it's the big bottle. So if you need it,
I need to go get that.
Yeah.
So everybody that's listening, if you have a Harris Teeter close by, go by there and get you a hand sanitizer. Lately, I've just been staying in the house when I'm not working. I've been listening to that new Drake album. There's about 3 or 4 tracks on there that I like. They're entertaining. I see what he's doing